Hi everyone, I'm Chris Pignanelli, first year master's student in Dr. Jamie Burr's Human Performance and Health Research Laboratory, and today we'll be talking about using blood flow restriction training with one-leg squats using the 1080 Quantum Syncro. So we'll begin with what is blood flow restriction training, and this type of training utilizes straps, wraps, or pressurized cuffs placed proximally to the muscles being trained. The main idea with this type of modality is to prevent blood flow to the muscles during exercise, and as a result, you're able to potentially use lighter loads corresponding to approximately 20 to 30% of an individual's 1 rep max, and you're able to get certain training adaptations, which is often seen when using much heavier loads, such as 70 to 80% of an individual's 1 rep max. As previously mentioned, we intend on utilizing the 1080 Quantum Syncro setup to investigate the effects of blood flow restriction training, and this utilizes two 1080 Quantum machines simultaneously in a custom-built Smith machine, and this will allow us to safely and freely control the amount of resistance and speed in the concentric and eccentric portions of the lift. Furthermore, as you can see in the video, this provides us live feedback for certain parameters including the speed, force, and power outputs of each repetition in both eccentric and concentric portions of the lift. Overall, this setup allows us to freely change the weights in a very rapid manner, as well as ensuring that we reduce the risk of injury from our participants during testing. Here's an example of how we are utilizing blood flow restriction training with the 1080 Quantum Syncro. We have Brett here who is performing single leg squats with the blood flow restriction. As you can see, the cuff placed on his upper thigh on the left side, and he is performing one set of 3, performing as many repetitions as possible with this modality, as well as getting live visual feedback with each repetition as shown in the tablet on the left side of the Smith machine. We'll be comparing single leg squats with this blood flow restriction compared to the single leg squats without the blood flow restriction and their ability to potentially cause differential muscular physiological changes and changes in whole muscular strength and hypertrophy following a 6-week training intervention. Another key feature of utilizing the 1080 Quantum Syncro is the fact that each set and repetition is saved on the cloud automatically, which will allow us to go back and analyze the data for each repetition. And as you can see here, we can see various parameters including speed, power, and force in both the concentric and eccentric portions of the phase of the lift, and we can plot them relative to time as well as position during the lift. And as you can see here, this is for speed. You can see both peak and average velocities during each repetition in both concentric and eccentric portions of the lift. Here we just have a graphical representation of the data shown above throughout the entire distance of the bar that has traveled in both the eccentric and concentric portions. In summary, the 1080 Quantum Syncro offers safe, efficient, and effective training. This also gives us live visual feedback for each repetition and detailed information about key parameters such as speed, force, and power for the individual rep and overall set. Lastly, the cloud-based data set will allow us to go back following the training intervention to examine whether or not the blood flow restriction training had an increased benefit in producing overall increases in speed, power, and force production compared to single leg squats without blood flow restriction training. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to find out more information about the Human Performance and Health Research Laboratory, the website is posted below here, as well as the 1080 Motion website if you'd like to gain out more information in terms of the 1080 Quantum, and as well as the other equipment that the company has to offer.